The biggest shame is to mock at something that you have in yourself. Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. People act like mirrors. Friends reflect your good qualities, and enemies your faults. Through patience, great things are accomplished. Incapability is a catastrophe, endurance is bravery, abstinence is riches, self-restraint is a shield, and the best companion is submission. Miserliness is shame, cowardice is a defect, poverty disables an intelligent man from arguing his case, and a destitute person is a stranger in his hometown. Knowledge is a venerable estate, good manners are new dresses, and thinking is clear mirror. He who adopts greed as a habit devalues himself. He who discloses his hardship agrees to humiliation, and he who allows his tongue to overpower his soul debases the soul. When this world advances towards anyone, it attributes to him others' good, and when it turns away from him, it deprives him of his own good. The consequence of fear is disappointment, and of bashfulness is frustration. Opportunity passes away like the cloud. Therefore, make use of good opportunities. The perfect jurist of Islam is he who does not let people lose hope from the mercy of Allah, does not make them despondent of Allah's kindness, and does not make them feel safe from Allah's punishment. If someone is quick in saying about people what they dislike, they speak about him that about which they have no knowledge. The tongue of the wise man is behind his heart, and the heart of the fool is behind his tongue. Blessed is the person who kept in mind the next life, acted so as to be able to render account, remained content with what sufficed him, and remained pleased with Allah. The best of riches is the abandonment of desires. The worth of a man is according to his courage. His truthfulness is according to his balance of temper. His valor is according to his self-respect, and his chasteness is according to his sense of shame. Victory is by determination. Determination is by the turning over of thoughts, and thoughts are formed by guarding secrets. Fear the attack of a noble person when he is hungry, and that of an ignoble person when he is satiated. The hearts of the people are like wild beasts. Whoever tames them, they would pounce upon him. The sin that displeases you is better in the view of Allah than the virtue which makes you proud. When you get small favors, do not push them away through lack of gratefulness. Whenever a person conceals a thing in his heart, it manifests itself through unintentional words from his tongue and the expressions of his face. He who gallops with loose rein collides with death. Generosity is that which is by one's own initiative, because giving on being asked is either out of self-respect or to avoid rebuke. There is no wealth like wisdom, no destitution like ignorance, no inheritance like refinement, and no support like consultation. Keep walking in your sickness as long as you can. Fear, by Allah, He has hidden your sins so much so as though He has forgiven. The most capable of pardoning is He who is the most powerful to punish. Contentment is wealth that does not diminish. Whoever warns you is like one who gives you good tidings. Whoever places himself as a leader of the people should commence with educating his own self before educating others, and his teaching should be by his own conduct before teaching by the tongue. The person who teaches and instructs his own self is more entitled to esteem than he who teaches and instructs others. As intelligence increases, speech decreases. If what you aim at does not come about, then do not worry as to what you were. Time wears our bodies, renews desires, brings death nearer, and takes away aspirations. Whoever is successful with it encounters grief, and whoever misses its favors also undergoes hardships. You will not find an ignorant person but at one extreme or the other. With wealth a strange land is a homeland, while with destitution even a homeland is a strange land. Do not let your difficulties fill you with anxiety. After all, it is only in the darkest nights that stars shine more brightly. A man's measure is his will. The tongue is a beast. If it is let loose, it devours. The people of the world are like travelers who are being carried while they are asleep. Be generous but not extravagant. Be thrifty but not miserly. Do not feel ashamed for giving little, because refusal is smaller than that. Nothing hurts a good soul and a kind heart more than to live amongst people who cannot understand it. Woman is a scorpion whose sting is sweet. If you don't know a thing, never hesitate or feel ashamed to learn it. When the world pushes you to your knees, you're in the perfect position to pray. See the bad inside yourself and see the good inside others. Do not criticize too much. Too much criticism leads to hate and a bad behavior. Don't hate what you don't know, for the greater part of knowledge consists what you don't know. Dislike in yourself what you dislike in others. Don't follow majority, follow the truth. A wise man always has something to say, whereas a fool always needs to say something. Courtesy costs nothing, but buys everything. Patience ensures victory. Backbiting is the attempt of one who is incapable of doing better himself. Patience is of two kinds: patience over what pains you, and patience against what you covet. When proven wrong, the wise corrects himself and ignorant argues. No mirror can reflect a picture of a human as best as his attitude and way of speaking do. Gone are those who pile wealth, even while they are alive, but those who are knowledgeable stay as long as there is night and day, although their bodies may be dead, but their knowledge is alive in the hearts. Charity is an effective cure, and the actions of people in their present life will be before their eyes in the next life. All matters are subject to destiny, so much so that sometimes death results from effort. A person's true patience is shown in a time of anger. Rendering relief to the grief-stricken and providing comfort in hardship are among the means of atonement for great sins. Don't talk about your good health in front of sick. Don't talk about your riches in front of poor. When you are running away from the world and death is approaching, there is no question of delay in the encounter. Our enemies are not Jews or Christians, but our enemies are our ignorance. The breath of a man is a step towards his death. He who trusts the world betrays him. There is no rest for the person who has envy, and there is no love for the person who has bad manners. You are master of what you say until you utter it. Once you deliver it, you are its captive. Preserve your tongue as you do your gold and money. One word could bring disgrace and the termination of a bliss. Don't show pleasure in somebody's downfall, for you have no knowledge of what the future holds in store for you. Aim to live in this world without allowing the world to live inside you, because when a boat sits on water, it sails perfectly, but when water enters the boat, it sinks. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. The best revenge is to improve yourself. If one night you see someone committing a sin, tomorrow don't look at him as a sinner. He may have repented during the night and you did not know. The best deed of a great man is to forgive and forget. The worst sin is that which the sinner takes lightly. When you gain power over your adversary, pardon him by way of thanks for being able to overpower him. Every mischief monger cannot even be reproved. Fear the sins that you commit in secret, because the witness of those sins is the judge himself. Forgive the shortcomings of people of virtue and honor, because when they fall into error, Allah raises them up. A brother is like gold and a friend is like diamond. If gold cracks, you can melt it and make it just like it was before. If a diamond cracks, it can never be like it was before. It is easier to turn a mountain into dust than to create love in a heart that filled with hatred. Keep in touch with the one who forgotten you, and forgive those who wronged you. And do not stop praying for the best for those who love you. A friend cannot be considered a friend until he is tested in 3 occasions: in time of need, behind your back, and after your death. Meet people in such a manner that if you die they should weep for you, and if you live they should long for you. The most helpless of all men is he who cannot find a few brothers during his life, but still more helpless is he who finds such a brother but loses him. He who is abandoned by near ones is dear to remote ones. A lack of friends means strangeness. It's never the value of water but thirst. It's never the value of life but death, and it's never about the friendship but trust.